Hello everyone, it's Helder here from Natural Training Center. Purpose of today's clip is to review the NSD Power Ball. The folks over at NSD were kind enough to send me over a test model to review, and we had a conversation, went back and forth. I explained that at Natural Training Center we spend a lot of time working with kettlebells, working with club bells, working with various martial artists that use a lot of weaponry, that are always looking for a better way to develop their grip strength. We try to find as many natural methods as possible, but every once in a while a cool little gadget comes along that facilitates things for us. Okay, so I wanted to go ahead and talk a little bit about this. Basically, you could find all their information online, so I don't want to go ahead and speak about things that you could easily get on their website that were very well presented by them. So basically just my impressions on it: very well constructed. It's basically a gyroscope that as you go ahead and spin it with your wrist, it'll go ahead and give you that countermeasure, okay, to activate your muscle groups, and in this case all the muscle groups that we need to develop our grip strength. Okay, so fairly simple. There's a little string that we end up putting inside. Okay, once again, tons of tutorials on their websites to show you this up close, plus their material, the little pamphlet that comes with it also explains it quite simply. So we just take this little string, we pull the string, gyroscope gets started, okay? And all we want to do is go ahead and sit there and spin. The faster we spin, the more resistance we end up getting, okay? And one thing that I want you to keep in mind, okay, especially with Natural Training Center, we want to go ahead and maintain our alignment. There's a lot of things that go on with that we'll see online with people sitting down and all that other stuff, and that's great if they're using it for certain purposes, for rehab and all that. But with the Natural Training Center, especially for the purposes that we're using it for, we want to make sure that our core stays involved. Okay, so that's something that that's very important in our training, very critical in our training. So if you are utilizing this for grip strength, make sure that you're standing up, everything else applies. We got our core activated, we got our shoulders packed and down, and we want to elongate the arm, okay, so that we sit there and we're really working on that grip strength, utilizing the muscle groups that we need and not causing more imbalances while we're trying to make our attributes better. Okay, there's also a little computer up on top that'll keep track of your maximum rotations per minute, your current rotations per minute, your time, things of that nature. So all sorts of stuff that you can play around with this little computer, and it kind of has a life of its own. If you go online, you'll see that people are competing against each other to see who has the world record. So, you know, nothing wrong with all of that. You know, competition's a great thing. So if you're into that, you know, there's a whole online component, so to speak, that you can interact with other people and go ahead and compete and have some fun with it. Okay, for our purposes, we're working on the grip strength, and I like what I'm seeing. Definitely getting a quick burn, a good activation. Okay, at the same time, it's not really prohibiting anything. There's no main restrictions, so it's very much a natural movement. Certain things that we would do just with our mobility warm-ups. And the only thing that I want to keep in mind is if you're going to go ahead and do 30 seconds or a minute to the right, make sure you do 30 seconds or a minute to the left. Same thing with your other arm, okay? Whatever we do on the left, we want to do on the right. Whatever we do going clockwise, we also want to do going counterclockwise, all right? So once again, if you do have some extra money, I think they retail for about $50, maybe a little bit less. Go ahead and give it a try. Tell us what you think. You know, comment below. And it's definitely a good tool to get you where you need to be with your grip strength, okay? Once again, Helder, Natural Training Center, thank you for your time. NSD, thank you. Good luck.